Hello, dear students. In today's video lecture, we will complete chapter 3rd Journey to the End of the Earth, written by Tisani Doshi. Students, this is the part 3rd, okay? And in part 3rd, we will discuss of what we have not discussed yet, okay? But before moving ahead, let me give you a brief recap of it, okay? Clear? Students, this chapter tells us about Tishani Doshi's visit to the end of the earth, that is Antarctica, okay, which is a place that is called the world's coldest, driest, and windiest continent in the world. Okay, clear? During the visit, she had to travel for more than 100 hours to reach Antarctica. Okay, clear? And when she went there, when she reached finally there, okay, after a tedious journey, she was wondered at the vastness and isolation of this continent. Okay, clear? Even in this chapter, she also tells us about that India and Antarctica were connected at a time. Okay, clear? They had been the part of the same landmass, uh, approx 650 million years ago. Okay, there existed a supercontinent named Gondwana centered around Antarctica. Okay, humans had not arrived till then on the earth. Okay, the climate was much warmer. Gondwana, the supercontinent, it thrived for 50 crore years. Okay, then the dinosaurs were wiped out and the age of mammals had begun. Okay, Gondwana landmass broke up into countries and much as we know them today. Okay, to visit Antarctica is to get a grasp of history of the human race, its birth, growth, and the likely end. Okay, clear? The statement that I have just told you has been taken from the second part of this, the first part of this chapter, that is the part of history. Okay, and here you can see uh, the para to visit Antarctica is to be a part of that history. Okay, here we can get acknowledged with the fact that Gondwana, the landmass, broke up into countries, and now you can even imagine India pushed northward, hit against Asia, and formed the Himalayas. Okay, this is what you have also studied in your geography or science book. Okay, clear? South America also moved off to join North America and created a coldest current that kept Antarctica very cold, uninhabited, and at the bottom of the earth. Okay, Antarctica is a place where 90% of Earth's total ice is stored. Okay, it has no tree, no buildings. You lose all sense of time here. Okay, it is the land of a giant blue whales. Okay, icebergs as big as the size of Belgium. Okay, even uh, it has 24 hour. It has 24-hour light in summer and all pervading silence, which is broken by the occasional breaking of ice blocks. Okay, human civilization, if we talk about human impact, that is the second part of this chapter. Human civilization have not been around for a paltry of 12,000 years, okay? Barely a few seconds on geological clock, okay? But in this short time, we have established our hold on nature and created villages and cities. The population has increased rapidly while the resources are limited. Okay, the burning of coal and petrol has now created a blanket of carbon dioxide around the world. This is leading to slow but sure rise in world temperature. Okay, climatic change. If we talk about climatic change, is a hotly debated topic in our time. Okay, clear. Here the writer has asked us some pertinent questions. Okay, clear. And then he proclaimed that. Then the writer she proclaimed that if we want to study and examine the Earth's past, present, or future, Antarctica is the right place to go. Okay. Thereafter, she talks about students on ICE program. Okay, clear. Uh, its aim is to exactly to take is exactly taking the high school students to the end of the world. Okay, it has been in operation for 6 years now. It is headed by Canadian Geoff Green. Okay, students on ice is a life changing experience. The reason of this of the program has been so successful that it is impossible to go near the because it is quite impossible to go near the south pole. It is easy to sit in a comfortable zone and talk about polar ice caps, but when you see glaciers actually retreating, melting, collapsing, you realize that the threat of global warming is quite real. Okay, okay. Then the writer makes us know and aware about Antarctica's simple ecosystem and not many form of life. It is the perfect place to study how little changes in environment can have deadly effect. Okay, then the writer gives the example of single-celled plants, that is microscopic phytoplankton, which is the base of the food chain of marine life. Okay, clear. And the scientists warn that the further depletion in ozone layer will affect the activities of phytoplankton. Okay, which is in turn uh, which in turn will affect the lives of all the marine animals, birds, and of the region, and the global carbon cycle. Okay, in this parable of phytoplankton, there is a great metaphor for existence. Take care of small things, and the big things will fall into their places. Okay, clear? So, students, let's begin the third and last part of this chapter, that is walk on the ocean. My Antarctic experience was full of such affinities, but the best occurred just short of the Arctic Circle at 65.55 degrees south. Okay, what do you mean by ephemera? Ephemera means 12 days after Christmas, okay, or here divine manifestation. So here the writer says uh, that her Antarctic experience was full of epiphanies. Okay, clear. And even the most exciting thing that she has noticed that that has been occurred, it was the reason at 65.55 degrees south. The Skolowski had managed to wedge herself into a thick white stretch of ice between the peninsula and Tadpole Island, was preventing us from going any further. Okay, so clear. So Skolersky, the Russian vessel, it had managed to reach the place from where going any further seemed quite impossible because uh, their vessel, their ship, it got stuck between the wide stretch of ice between Peninsula and Tadpole Island. उनके बीच में एक आइस के सीट पे वो फंस जाती है. It got stuck. Okay. The captain decided we were going to uh, turn around and head back north. Okay, when they were heading towards south, their ship got stuck. Okay, वो फंस गया उसमें in the ice. Okay, then the captain of the ship he decided that they would go back to the north. Okay, but before we did, we were instructed to climb down the gangplank and walk on the ocean. Okay, but uh, before they could turn around, वो मुड़ सकते थे उससे पहले क्या किया. The captain asked them to use the gangplank and walk on the ocean. Gangplank का यूज़ करो और कहा तख्ता. Gangplank क्या मीन्स होता है तख्ता. So he asked them to use the gangplank, to use the uh, wooden uh, वुडन गैंग प्लैंक उसका यूज़ करो एंड वॉक ऑन द ओशन और समुद्र के ऊपर चलो. So there we were all 52 of us kitted out on gorges and glares, walking on the stark whiteness that seemed to spread out forever. Okay, so all the 52 travelers, they got down from the ship. Okay, they were kitted out with Gore-Tex. You know what Gore-Tex means? Gore-Tex is a kind of equipment, or you can say the kit which has some kind of oxygen cylinder and others, glares and or the spectacles and others. So they were working on the stark whiteness of that is spread all over there. Okay, they were start walking on the ice sheet. Underneath our feet was a meter thick ice pack, and under their feet there was a meter thick, केवल एक मीटर जितनी मोटी एक पैक ऑफ आइस था. Underneath that 80 80 180 180 meters of living breathing salt water, and after that beneath that ice pack they could see 180 meters of living the vital breathing salt water. Means pani was sorry water was still flowing under that ice pack. In the periphery, uh, craybeater seal, we were stretching and sunning. Craybeater seals were stretching and uh, sunning themselves off the ice floes, much like stray dogs will do under the shade of banyan tree. It was nothing sort of the revolution. Everything does indeed connect. Okay, and they could see around them. They could see on some ice packs, on an ice pack nearby. They could see some of the uh, gray beetle seals. Okay, a kind of creature. Okay, they were even sunning themselves. They were enjoying the sun bath on lying on the iceberg on the ice sheet, as if as in the way as a dog lie under the banyan tree in a village. Okay, in the shade of banyan tree. बड़ के पेड़ के नीचे गांव में कुत्ते आराम करते हैं ना. They were the seals were sunning themselves on ice floes. Okay, उनकी पर आराम कर रही थी. It was nothing sort of revelation. Everything does indeed connected, and now it was just a revelation. Means it made the writer know that the scene was nothing but a short of the revelation of the balance of balance in the play of on this earth planet. Okay, no one can imagine what the effect of uh, warming of Antarctica will be. Okay, no one is quite aware what will be the effect of global warming and Antarctica's warming on mother planet. Okay, students, in this image you can see the seals. Okay, clear, and the ice sheet, and underneath the blue water is blowing, is available there. Okay, clear. 9 time zones, 6 checkpoints, 3 bodies of water, many ecosphere later, I was still wondering about the beauty of balance in play on our planet. Okay, how would it be if Antarctica were to become the warm place that it once used to be? Okay, after 9 time zones, 6.6 checkpoints, and 3 bodies of water, and after many ecosphere. Okay, the writer was still wondering about the beauty of the balance in play of the on the earth. Okay, and no one quite even have any idea of what will happen when Antarctica Antarctica would become a hotter place as it was before. कि अगर ये गर्म हो गया तो क्या क्या होगा? Will will be will we be around to see, or would we have gone the way of the dinosaurs, mammoth and woolly rhinos? Okay, clear? So, mammoth. Okay, a kind of big elephant you can say. तो कह रहा है कि then what would be the consequence of this move? What would happen? The writer here asks what will be the result of human means result of this global warming and of Antarctica's melting and becoming a hotter place again. What would be the result? Would it be the end of human civilization? Okay, even the writer asks us, will we all human being will we all would disappear in the way dinosaurs, mammoth, and woolly rhinos they could disappear from the scene? What would happen actually? Okay, who is to say? And even no one is there who would say about this and would make us know about the facts. Okay, clear. But after spending 2 weeks with a bunch of teenagers who still have the idealism to save the world, all I can say is that a lot can happen in million years, but what a difference a day makes. Okay. After the author spent 2 weeks, after spending 2 weeks with a bunch of young students who still have idealism to save the world. Okay, and even the writer realized what a difference a day can make in the thinking of young mind. Means if the young mind or students like you, if they are aware, okay, they are aware and they have will to save their mother planet, so the day they decide to do so, what will be the result of that day, of that single day in their lives? Okay, regarding the life of this mother earth. Okay, students, the world's geological history is trapped in Antarctica. Okay, so what would be your answer to the same? Okay, so if we talk about this question, we can say there was a giant southern supercontinent 650 million years ago. It was called Gondwana. Around 500 million years ago, Gondwana disordered into uh, countries which exist today. Okay, Antarctica then was the center of the Gondwana. Okay, uh, the study of Antarctica gives us knowledge about where we have come from and where are we heading. Okay, it may help us to know the significance of Cordilleran fold and Precambrian granite shields, ozone, carbon, and evolution and extinction. Okay, the same thing can be found in a passage. Okay, you can pick out the lines and you can write the same in your answer. Okay. The next question is, what are Geoff Green's reason for including high school students in the students on ICE program? Okay, Geoff Green had always catered celebrities and retired people to Antarctica. Okay, he visualized that they would give back in a very limited way. He thus took school students in his expedition as they would be the future policymaker. Okay, and at the tender age they were competent to absorb, learn, and to act. Okay, by taking those students to the end of the world, a new understanding and respect for our planet would be fostered. Okay, students, this is quite an important question. Take care of small things and big things will take care of themselves. Okay, what is the relevance of this statement in the context of Antarctic environment? So such a question can be written in this way: Antarctica does not have a variety of life forms. Okay, it is still a pure and perfect place to study how the little changes can have far-reaching effects. Okay, here you have to include phytoplankton's example, that is a grass of the sea that sustain the entire food chain in the ocean. Any rise in temperature will affect the lives of sea animal and bird. Okay, in this context, the old saying holds good: take care of small things and the big things would will fall into place. Okay, if a small single celled plant phytoplankton is not cared of properly, it will lead to killing consequences. And now the last question for textual exercise, and the rest of answers will be sent to you soon. Okay, beta. Why is Antarctica a place to go to understand Earth's present and future? Okay. So during the short period of his stay on Earth, man has led to confusion. He founded cities, towns, ruined nature, and wiped out many species. By burning fossil fuels, he increased the global in temperature. Its effects are readily visible on the Antarctica. Besides, half a million years old carbon records lie buried in ice cores there. Okay, thus Antarctica is the right place to go to. We have if we have to study Earth's past, present, and future. Okay, clear, students. The additional questions and their answers will be sent to you soon. Okay, till then, keep studying, stay home. Okay, and keep learning, beta. Thanks for watching this video.